Hello. Now, this might seem a little strange to you, and the camera may wobble about, but that is because I'm desperately trying to hold it on a gooseneck, and the gooseneck is very wobbly, and because it's a bit springy. And no, it's not very late or very early, although I feel like it should be, because I spent last night with my son in the bed because he had a bad dream. Anyone who's a parent will know that that means that you have no sleep. Also, this weird white line is because I am sat on my bed and I have a mirror above my bed that is currently reflecting light onto the screen. So please ignore that. There's not a lot I can do about it. Look, see, it moves around. It's like I've got, like, the light of God is shining down upon me. But yeah. Anyway, so this is going to be a bit of a different vlog because it's going to be me chatting. So basically, today was the last day that I would be posting things, and tomorrow my shop won't shut, but I will not be posting anything more until the 6th of Jan. So because, you know, we all need a little break at this time of year. We all need that time to be able to kind of go, to just kind of breathe and chill and, you know, and not be pressured into things, because let's face it, Christmas is pressure enough for anybody. So, yeah. So I thought we'd have, this is me. These are my warm and fleecy, it says Cozy Crew on it, although you can't see that. There you go. Cozy Crew pyjamas. I'm also wearing my snuggly socks, and we are going to be sat on the bed on the night that I have kind of like tidied up everything in the studio, so it's all nice and clean now. It's all been put away on its shelves, and yeah, we are going to basically have a chat about what things I'm really happy about, that I've really enjoyed this year, what things that I want to do for next year, and, you know, just general plans going forwards. So this year, firstly, I moved. Oh, excuse me. Sitting in a bed always makes me feel tired. Firstly, I moved, and I now have my glorious workspace. It's not the biggest of workspace, it's not the smallest of workspace, but it is my workspace, which is lovely. The first thing I did was, I moved, and that was back in February. So I have now been there for like almost a year, which is a little bit crazy, that has been my workspace for almost a year, and it has been glorious. I have so enjoyed it. It's so nice to be able to have that amount of space to move, when you think about the fact that the year before, you know, when you think about the fact that not even a year ago, that in January I was literally working off, you know, I was basically, I had boards laid out on my bed and a wheel with a laptop desk in the corner of an attic bedroom, and an office chair that I would wheel and kind of spin between, and my label printer set up on a bedside table. And all of this kind of stuff. I had all of this. And that feels like it's so far away now. So far away. Because I've got so used to this. So, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there we go. But yeah, I am... It's been, you know, it's everything where I work is now so different from how it was when I did my first ever collection, which was my Sakura Summer collection. I literally remember the bed the double bed being covered, and I mean covered in postcards, prints, I can't remember what else I did, postcards, prints, and all sorts of other stuff in that, stickers. I just remember it being absolutely covered. And I remember having spent a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, on that launch. And it was my own money at the time, because this Lombard had only really kind of like got off the ground. And it was crazy, because there was a very real chance I was not going to make it back. And I mean, luckily I was in a position where it's like, okay, I'm realistically only playing effectively with money that I can afford to lose. And I knew I wasn't going to lose it as such, like I would eventually make it. But I was fortunate enough that I was only using money that I could afford not to have at that moment in time. So yeah, and now here we are. I mean, yeah, next summer next year, it will be 2 years since Sakura Summer, which is a little bit mental. Because this year it was all about things like dragons and stuff. It's been 2 years. You know, I haven't even really thought of it like that. I mean, this Lombard has kind of been lurking away for more than that, but it's been 2 years since, like, I was like, okay, we need to take this seriously. And that was mainly because of COVID. That was mainly because I was thinking, wow, everything has shut down, and I mean everything. We are all effectively grounded for months on end. Like, is my job even going to be there when I get back? Is my employer going to realise that he could do, you know, they could do everything online? It really wouldn't make a huge amount of difference, because the business that I was working for, it was doing fine. It's like, will I have a job when I get back, or will I just be like superfluous to demand? So yeah, and I mean, lots of other things happened after that, which sort of sullied my experience, but I mean, it's why I kind of took this all seriously. But yeah, anyway, so, I moved into my studio. The other thing I did this year was I launched what I can only describe as a Kickstarter without the Kickstarter. Little Dragons was my most successful launch, realistically speaking, that I have ever done. And not just because of like how many of the things sold, but also for the length of time that I was selling that, and the amount of people who were so invested in wanting to see it happen that they went and supported me. And it was kind of like, this wasn't something that was on Kickstarter, because, to be quite frank, as much as I'd love to do a Kickstarter, I have no idea how that works. And I have no idea how to do it. I would love to, but I have no idea how to. So, again, excuse me. So yeah, But the Little Dragons was by far my best ever launch. I had, and I think I was woefully underprepared for it. But yeah, so the fact was that I really wanted to create some Little Dragon sticker sheets. And I knew I could probably do a handful of like big stickers, but at the time I couldn't really afford to pay that extra to go and get the sticker sheets made. And I knew I really wanted the sticker sheets. So I basically put up what was effectively a Kickstarter stretch goals thing, and ran a free postage event, and to basically try and raise enough profits, enough money within the business, enough capital, to be able to create these sticker sheets. And I think I did the sticker sheets in like 2 weeks. So, and bearing in mind that the other bits that I put on this stretch goal were like, this is pipe dreams. This is never going to happen. But, you know, it's like, okay, well, what if it is? Well, you got, you know, stationery. I like stationery. Colour, you know, things like that. Colouring books and stationery and key rings and not washi tapes. All of that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm going to put this on there because I know this Kickstarter exists and I know that they do stretch goals like this. And I want, you know, I have no idea how Kickstarter works. And I don't think this really warrants a Kickstarter. But, and I'm not sure I have enough support for a Kickstarter. So, but like, this is how it all works and stuff. And so I put it up there. And honestly, I was honestly expecting, because I was like, I'm going to do it by sales. I don't need to make sticker sheets. I don't need to generate that much extra. Realistically, I think I worked it out to be like an extra tenner per person on average that I usually have. And I was like, I don't need to generate that much extra. So we'll do it like this: 2 weeks, done. And we went on to the next stretch goal. And that was done in a week. And then we went on to the next one and the next one. I don't think there was a time. I don't think that there was a summer. Bearing in mind that summer for small business, that's our dry season. That's when we don't get sales. I don't think there has been a summer where I have sent out so many parcels. I don't think there has ever been a summer where I've sent out so many parcels. And I know I say that having only really been doing this properly for like 2 years, but I don't think there's ever been a year where I've sent out that many parcels. Because I was sending out like 2, 3, 4. I think there was one day when I sent 6 in a day. I became like on first name terms with the guy at the postal depot. And I was sending them to everywhere. I sent one to Holland. There was another one that went to Belgium. There was one that there were a healthy number that went to the States, because I have a lot of people in the States who do purchase them. I can and you know, it just and obviously lots and lots of people in the UK as well. But I remember being like, I remember walking home with my son from school. I think it might not have been from school actually, because it was I was walking home from something, and I know that I was walking back with a friend, and I got a ping on my phone, and it was an order. I remember turning around to them because I just dropped off 4 or something, and I was just like, I don't know, and yeah, that was it. So I just dropped off 4, and we'd also just passed one of the stretch goals. Let's call them stretch goals. One of the stretch goals, and I was like, I have no idea what is happening. I have no idea what... This isn't supposed to be happening. I put these down as stretch dreams. You know, these were like, it'd be kind of cool if, you know. And then when it launched, I had people ordered. I learned something very important, which is actually, as much as I'm into coffee, you guys are not as much into coffee, because the biggest collection of little dragons that was bought were the book dragons, not the coffee dragons, which is what I thought was going to go. It was the book dragons, which is interesting because, yeah, I felt a little sorry for the flower dragons because I thought they were really cute. But, yeah, the book dragons were the first to go. Or the first to start selling. And, I mean, I've still got them now. Like, I keep those things in stock because I still sell them. And, yeah. When they launched, people were so excited. I normally like to... I'm my own cheerleader, and I'm okay with that. So I normally buzz myself up. But it was really weird because people were so excited for when Little Dragons was going to come out. They were so excited for pins. Yeah. And that was the run-up and the launch for that was positively surreal, and it kept ticking over right the way through the summer. This year, the summer period, which, like I said, for small business, that's usually our dry period. This year, the summer was my most popular period. My most popular time this year was during the summer. And there have been times where it's lulled. But yeah, Christmas was okay this year, but it doesn't compare to the summer. And I can only hope that that's not luck and that, you know, I have hit upon something. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe Thistle and Bard. Maybe, ironically, Thistle and Bard started with dragons. It started with dragons. Not cute dragons, but it did start with dragons. It started with a journal, a hardback journal, that I did all of the interior for. That was dragons. And, yeah, I can only hope that maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe I am just the dragon lady. The artistic mother of dragons. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's what Thistle and Bard is just going to be going forwards. I mean, I hope not. I'd like to do other things as well. But I'm also okay with doing a lot of little cute baby hatchling dragons. And yeah. So anyway, I've spoken to that at length. So the other thing that I'm really proud of myself for was doing my first washi tapes. I'm hoping that this is the start, and my first acrylic pens. I'm hoping that this is the start of things to come, because I've never done that before. I've always wanted to have washi tapes and pins and things like that, but I've never done it before. So I'm really, really hoping that this is the start of things to come. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to be able to do more interesting things like that. And some things are going to do well and some things are going to flop. For example, I thought the keychains would sell really well for the dragons. I think I've sold like 2. But on the flip side of that, the things that I've then spontaneously done, like the colouring book, which was spontaneous. I kind of added that just as we passed the stretch goal for it. you guys love. I've sold so many colouring books. Not so much the Trick or Treat one. So what I'm learning from that is the fact that seasonal books, seasonal colouring books, do really well on my Ko-fi. People really, really enjoy seasonal stuff where they can just kind of like download it. It's there immediately. They don't have to wait for it. But what you guys really like in physical books is stuff that's a bit more evergreen. And Dragons is a bit more evergreen. You can enjoy colouring baby dragons right the way through. So yeah, like it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you can enjoy baby dragons. So that's what I've learnt from that. Because I have, I think I have no colouring books for baby dragons left. And I have lots of the Trick or Treat ones with like pumpkins and witches and things like that inside. But that's okay. That's fine. I always knew that this was going to be a steep learning curve, and yeah, that's that. It just is. So anyway, yeah. But doing things like that, I mean, I cannot believe this time last year, my first stickers would have been turning up when I got them done at Sticker Makers. So yeah, and I remember when my first stickers turned up, my first die cut stickers turned up, I was just like, I remember going through them and just looking at them and fanning them out on the bed and things and thinking, I can't believe I've made this. This is real. This is actually real. And I'm holding it, and this is weird. And I remember that feeling when I was holding it. And then this year I made sticker sheets, which and washi tape and keychains and pin badges, and it was the same feeling of like, wow, I made this. I actually made this. This is surreal. Like a year ago, I wouldn't have thought this, like that I would possibly find a way to do this. And ironically, the year before that, I would have said the same thing about die cut stickers. And here we are. So yeah. So yeah. I suppose the final thing that I suppose the final thing that I'm proud of is probably, because I've done washi tapes, I think the final thing that I'm proud of is that and this is not so much shop, but it's for me that I've gone back to kind of like physical traditional art. Not like particularly for the stuff that I sell, but purely to kind of like, from kind of like a re-engagement point of view. Now I still want to really, I still really hope that I can, do like an exhibition style sale at some point, because otherwise I'm going to have a lot of artwork pieces hanging around. It's in the process. The technicalities around it are difficult, and I need to negotiate my way around them. It really isn't a simple case of just, well, putting them up and someone will buy them or somebody won't. It doesn't work like that. So yeah. So anyway, and I appreciate I'm waffling a little bit, but going on to the things that I want to do this year. So this year I have some themes that I am desperate to do. Firstly, I definitely want to do more colouring books. You guys like colouring books. I like doing colouring books. Definitely want to do more colouring books. Secondly, I want to have some more human-esque images, things available. And I want to have kind of, so that the weirdly, so the eyes match. Because I think this Lombard is sort of known for kind of like its big, like almost like watery eyes. So I want to do kind of like more anime-esque eye kind of things as part of that. So yeah, so colouring books. Colouring books are a must. By the time that this goes out, I've already mentioned this, but Little Dragons Wave 2 is going to arrive. It's Year of the Dragon in 2024. I feel I'm somewhat obliged to actually do some dragons. And I'm okay with that because I love them and they're very adorable. So Wave 2 of the Little Dragons is going to arrive. And it is basically, it's all very, earth, air, fire, water, very elemental, magical, that kind of vibe going on. The other thing that I want to do, similar to the dragons, is unicorns. Now I know that unicorns have kind of like drifted off in favour of cows for some reason, but and I love cows, don't get me wrong, but I still don't fully understand the love behind them. But we're going to do unicorns. Now, I love unicorns, and I love unicorns, I love My Little Pony. I don't really want to kind of like go right down the My Little Pony route, but anyone who is 30 years or 30 years or older will remember a film by Disney called Fantasia. And inside this film called Fantasia, you will find that there is a bit of it where there are unicorns and pegasi in magical colours, and then centaurs come into it and all of this kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check it out. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Go and find it on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean about the kind of thing that I'm going for with this. So unicorns, yes. Little Dragons Wave 2, yes. The other thing that I want to do is I want to launch another washi tape. Just the one. Because washi tapes don't seem to be too popular for me, but I would like to do just the one. So I want to do another washi tape. This could be dragons, it could be unicorns, or, and this is the other big thing that I want to do this year, is mermaid again. Now I'm going to blend mermaid and anime, which is another thing, as in like anime, and anime as in ANI-MAY together. So I'm going to have very big-eyed, anime-esque mermaids. Now I'm thinking that mermaids will be the first thing to kind of like probably receive a colouring book. I know that people love dragons, but I have already done a dragon colouring book. I'm not sure I'm quite ready to kind of put together another dragon colouring book and like redo outlines and things like that. So mermaids is going to be a big thing. I also would like to increase the size of the colouring books because I like them as they are, but I would really like them to be a little bit bigger. So yeah, so those are some of the big things that I want to do. I'm still going to do seasonals. So you will still see seasonal stuff. You will still absolutely see stickers. I cannot wait to show you some of the sticker ideas that I've got for Little Dragons Wave 2. I cannot wait to show you because I think you are going to lose your crap over it. So apologies if there are any kids in the room. I think you're going to genuinely lose it over these. I hope you are. I love the ideas and the stuff that I've started putting together and things for it. And I haven't been showing you any of it in Vlogmas because I don't want to. I don't want to ruin the surprise. I want to come in in Vlogmas, not in Vlogmas, I want to come in the new year and kind of go, right, you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, Christmas is finished, wham, new, cute, adorable dragons coming like hard and fast. I don't know if they'll be out quite by Chinese New Year, but it certainly won't be too far off, I don't think. The problem I've got is the fact that Chinese New Year always presents me with a bit of a problem. So, really cool stuff. Last year was Year of the Bunny, so naturally I have my Sunny Bunny stuff. We had bunny washi tapes, we had bunny cards. This year is Year of the Dragon. I'm gonna go full hog with it. You are gonna see some really cute dragon stuff, and like I said, I cannot wait to show you the elemental sticker sheets. Am I going to run another little kind of like not Kickstarter? Yeah, I think I probably will. It was a lot of fun, and I think it's a great way for you to for you guys to choose like how you want to support. I think it's great for you guys to be able to see how your money is spent in a small business. No one else does that. Only small businesses. You can go ahead and by doing that, you know exactly where your money's going to go. And I think that's absolutely crazy. The fact that you've bought something, and the profit from that is going towards the creation of a pin badge, or it's going towards the creation of a sticker sheet, or it's going towards the creation of a colouring book. And I think it's going to be, I think that's a really cool thing. And you're welcome to put down in the chat if you think that's a terrible idea. I am always happy to listen to that, but I think that's a really, really cool thing. So yeah. Anyway, so I've spoken for, goodness me, almost 35 minutes, which is going to be a lot for me to go through and stuff. Luckily, it won't be a huge edit because it's all just one big video, so I don't have to edit clips together, which is one of my favourite things. Yeah, I have to put my child to bed now, so it's, like I said, it's not hugely late, but like, start with the toothbrushing and things. So it has been great to talk to you about some of the stuff that's going to be coming. I am going to be showcasing it after my little break, the shop isn't closed, is all I want to end on. My shop is not closed. My shop never closes. But the fulfillment for anything that's ordered from tomorrow onwards won't be fulfilled until the 6th of Jan. So the day after 12th night, then I will be open again. But it won't be fulfilled until the 6th of Jan, because that's when I'm going to start. That's when I will start fulfilling orders again. Now, I would love to be able to be fulfilling your order on the 6th of January and getting it shipped out to you the same day, if I can. I would love to be doing that. So please don't think that you can't like order from me or anything, because you absolutely can. And yeah, I just want to say like thank you really for this year. It's been a whirlwind. There have been times where I didn't feel like I'd very much succeeded at all. There were times when I was genuinely concerned that everything that I had was going to come tumbling down around my ears, and it hasn't come down tumbling yet. So I am, and opening the Ko-fi that you're watching this through is a big part of that. It means that almost every month I know I'm going to have a fairly stable income coming through that will help support me through those times, through those months where it does feel a bit dry, where, you know, I don't necessarily have anything new because I'm a one-man band and I have to work on things or to make new things, which requires time. So, you know, but thanks for putting up with this. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for putting up with, like, this weird pajama party rant and just verbal diarrhea. I hope that you will go and keep an eye, especially through this kind of, you know, festive period where I'm not going to be doing so much, and anything that I do I'll be doing because I enjoy it or I find it fun, rather than because I'm working on that, or on my small biz. I'm working on my hustle. I never view it as a hustle, but there we go. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope that you are enjoying Vlogmas so far. It is exhausting filming that much, but I am sort of enjoying it at the same time. So I think there's a strong likelihood that a YouTube channel could be on the cards. Could be. Maybe. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. Maybe. That's for 2024. I think 2024 is going to hold a lot of promise. I mean, I'm not going to subscribe to say that 2024 is my year until I see some goddamn terms and conditions. But I think there's some promise. There's just the hint of positivity and hope and promise, and yeah, there's just the hint of it. It's like there's something in the air. I can't really, I just kind of feel it. I feel it here. I can't explain it better than that. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you very soon. Bye!